Everyone, and welcome back to my first video, my first 2017 video, and it is this box opening. I hope everybody had a happy new year celebrating, and I cannot believe it's already June 2nd. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I have a box opening here of a baby that I had actually adopted out in the month of December, I believe, early December. And she is back for some reweighing, and restuffing. So I guess during the time that she was with her mom, her polyfill moved. And so I think she might need a little bit more polyfill in her body. Her mommy wants her more stuffed, so I'm gonna go ahead and make those changes and then send her right back. So yeah, so let's go ahead and take her out. Oh my goodness. And a lot of you are going to recognize her, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, let me see. Okay, that's it. That's all that's in here. Blanket and baby. So here's a baby. And she said that her head... Oh my gosh. Okay, so she said that her head got a little bit too floppy. And if I remember correctly, this is exactly how I sent her. I don't know. She said that all of a sudden it just seemed heavier. So she wants me to... Because let's see, if I sit her down, she said her head is too floppy. So I'm just going to go ahead and put more polyfill in here so that her head sits up like this versus, you know, doing this. I think she didn't like that. And then, because she feels really nice to me. But I know a lot of people have different preferences. And some people like their babies floppy. Some people like their babies with a little bit more firmness. So her mommy prefers her with a little bit more firmness. So we're going to add more polyfill in here. And I'm going to do this all on camera. And then she said something about, which I'm very confused. But she said when she moves her arms up and down, there's like this popping sound. But I really don't hear anything. It glides very smoothly. There's no popping sound. So I want to take care of everything for you, but there doesn't seem to be any popping sound to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and restuff her, like I said, and she'll be ready to head back home to you. It is January 2nd, and I know that I'm just taking her out of the box, but I wanted to film everything, make sure that you're happy too with her. So, and then another thing I do want to say is I know a lot of people are wondering how come, you know, this baby was adopted out. And Stephanie, if you guys remember, which I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner, I had gifted this doll to Stephanie because she had fallen in love with the artwork, and I felt bad to not gift her the baby. I don't know. So I gifted her my favorite sculpt of a lifetime. Then she gave her back to me like 2 or 3 weeks later, maybe sooner than that. I can't really remember. Told me that she is my baby. She was meant to be mine, and she didn't feel okay taking her from me. So she gave her back to me. And then something happened from the time that she was my baby again. And from the time that I decided to adopt her out, something happened which I don't really want to put out there because I don't want, you know, the drama that follows. But something happened, and I cannot keep this baby in my collection because it makes me sad. So I decided to go ahead and adopt her out. Unfortunately, I cannot find myself to like this sculpt anymore. So I know it's very sad. She's a precious baby, and this baby is not its fault or anything like that. I just had to move on, in other words. So I decided to adopt her out to a mommy that will give her all the attention she deserves and all the attention that I had planned for her. So I know it's so sad, but she is beautiful. I am happy to see her again. And I know that when she leaves, she's going to be perfect for her mommy. And that's all I ever want. So let's go ahead and get started and restuff her. So we're going to go ahead and undress her first. So now that she's undressed, we're going to go ahead and try this again and see if I hear a popping sound, like she said. But it glides very smoothly. Don't hear anything. Let's try the other one. This one is a little tighter. I thought maybe it would make a noise because of that, but no. Everything seems fine, so I apologize if I don't take care of that issue, but here with me, I cannot see it. But we'll go ahead and remove her head. Oop, that was easy. Okay, so I'll go ahead and set her head aside. And trying to remember how many glass beads, little bags of glass beads I put in here, because if she only has 2, that'll explain why she's so floppy. Typically a third one takes care of that, but I swear I thought you said you wanted her floppy, so I purposely didn't put the third one in there, but I guess you must have not said that. Let's go ahead and take her diaper off. Okay, so here's one. Here, yeah, this is one. For sure, this is one. This is 2, so she only has 2. So how about I put a third one, which will give her more firmness, and we might not need to add more polyfill, but we'll see. So I'll go ahead and snap off the zip tie and do that. So okay, so I have my surgery tools, or my surgical tools. We have a nail clipper, which I use only for my dolls. I have a zip tie, and then I went ahead and I made a thing of glass beads. So these are pantyhose with some glass beads in it. And we're gonna go ahead and make our incision and see what's going on in here. Yay! Okay, so we get the zip tie out. We're gonna go ahead and get in there. And I'm making room around here for the glass beads. Okay, here you can already see the second bag of glass beads. So we're gonna put in here the third one. And like I said, this is going to help with the firmness and not allow the head to be so floppy, which I apologize for doing in the first place. Yeah, so if you want a floppy baby, I wouldn't put anything here on the upper torso. But if you want a firm baby, I would go ahead and put another little thing of glass beads in here. Let's see. Now we're just, now we are just adjusting everything. This reminds me of when I was in high school and I was in an anatomy class. Everybody used to always tell me I should be a surgeon because I was really good at doing all the dissecting stuff and all that. And everybody was always so grossed out and disgusted. But it was so normal for me because at home, I was always the one to cut up the chicken whenever we would have chicken soup and, you know, clean it all out. And so it was just like, I've seen this before. So anyway, a little side note. Here is my zip tie, and I'm going to go ahead and put in a brand new zip tie. I cut off the last zip tie because I cannot work when there is something giving me this much space. I have to have it open as wide as possible. This is always the tricky part, you guys. Getting the zip tie through this little stitched area. It's always so tricky. It's like a science within itself. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's not this fast. Sometimes I have to try the other way and it's just crazy. Oh, here's another one. Oh, it went right through. Here's another stitched area. I like it when it's not stitched all the way up here and it's just an empty space and the zip tie easily travels through. It's really nice when it's like that. So now we're going to tie the zip tie. Okay, let's see. I don't think I need to add any more polyfill like on here to hide it. I mean, no one's gonna see it. So we're gonna leave it like this. So now we're going to attach the head. And I'm not doing anything to the head because I know the mommy said that she likes the head heavy. So I'm slowly closing this. Make sure no polyfill sticks out. Maybe just a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. That's always easy. Okay, so now we're just tying this up. Okay, so I am not gonna tie it tight right now. I'm gonna sit her down so you guys can see the difference. So you guys can see that she can hold her head on her own versus earlier it was like super floppy. But now if I just hold her by the hands, yes, her head is going to bounce from side to side maybe. It might go to the side just a little bit like this, but it's not flopping around like crazy. So she, in other words, can sit up on her own. I think this is what her mommy was asking for. So I'm not going to send her off till her mommy watches the video. And if she wants me to make any adjustments, then I'll do them afterwards. But I think this is exactly what you are wanting. Let me go ahead and cut the zip tie off. It looks weird. If I set her down, see, and I pick her up, let me go ahead and adjust the focus and pick her up. See how nice that is? With no head support. And now she's sitting. So she sits right up. I think this is what you're wanting. So let me know. And then once again, her hands easily glide and there is no popping sound. Let me go ahead and check her legs. Maybe you meant her legs. Nope, everything seems fine. So let me know what you meant by that and I'm more than happy to fix it. Here's a new baby. And I'm not going to tighten again the zip tie until I know that this is what you want and you're happy with this. And then once you are, I'll go ahead and tighten her zip tie, get her all dressed and send her right back to you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little surgery video with this sweet little girl. And if you guys would like to follow this certain baby, her mommy does have an Instagram, and I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box. So if you have an Instagram, you can also follow her and see more of this baby, especially when the baby arrives home. So anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.